Okay, and looks like we are going. Hey, how's it going? I am going to play a little bit of Magic Arena today, and I wanted to share this fun vampire list that I was playing with for the last couple days. It started as a Grixis pile, and now it's a Rakdos pile. But either way, a pile's a pile, and it's pretty fun. I'm in Diamond rank at the moment, working my way through. But yeah, I'm just gonna jump in, show you what I got going so far, maybe talk through a couple of the choice options, and we'll see what we got going on here. So let's go and switch scene. Okay, here we are. Let me go ahead and move my camera just a little bit. Now you can see the cards a little bit better. There we go. That should work. Okay, so let's go into Arena. Pull string this up a little bit so you can see what I'm working with here. So this is what I've been working with for the last couple of days. Like I said, it started as Grixis, but then I moved it into Rakdos because Rakdos just seemed a little bit more concise and has also been getting me a few more wins. The Grixis pile was a little bit more fun in terms of card quality and able to like pull different shenanigans, but the Rakdos seems to just be a little bit more winning. So here's what I have going for this. So we'll just go card by card and show you what I'm working with. So starting with a cut down, we got three of those. I didn't run cut down at the start, but I moved those in because mono red is just everywhere right now. Like I think like 3 out of every 5 games I'm playing against some form of mono red aggro. So the cut downs kind of became a necessary evil. Next, we got the Voldaran Epicure. Bear in mind, this is primarily a vampires list, and this being a vampire kind of fits the bill. It is a damage enabler as well as a blood token generator, and as you'll see as I go through this list, blood tokens are definitely theme. So that next up in the 2 slots we have go for the throat. I'm running 4 of these because you really need to be able to take care of those problematic creatures like Sheldred or even things like Titan, things like shoot the mob boss from Esper. I forget his name at the moment, but you know the one for the connives a lot. So yeah, you need ways to get rid of problematic characters. So we're in 3 cut down, 4 go for the throat, and up to that we have Blood Tithe Harvester. Good body at only 2 mana, gives you blood token, and it also gives you a way to eliminate more problematic creatures, which is fantastic. So already right there, we have a pretty decent removal suite. We got cut down, we got to go for the throat, we got Blood Tithe Harvester. So you got plenty of removal. Next up, a little bit of a weird choice, but when I was going through the catalog of what is a vampire in Standard, this kind of popped out and jumped at me. This card I'm only including two of because sometimes you just need something hasty and something that you can sacrifice. And I'll go over that a little bit more in a few minutes. But the fact that you're basically creating a spark elemental that has the vampire tag, that has trample, lifelink, and haste. The lifelink is actually pretty relevant in a deck like this, especially when you're fighting a whole bunch of aggro. But the fact that it also has flashback means you can get 2 3/1s off of this one card for only 5 mana, and sometimes that's enough to close out the game. Like especially against control, when you get an opponent that isn't expecting a card like this to come out and they just tap out for whatever reason, and then you swing in for lethal on the following turn with this. I've caught quite a few people completely unawares by this card. Next up, we have the Vampire Socialite. This is another one that kind of caught me by surprise. I honestly, because I don't really play vampires a whole lot, I didn't actually know this card existed because you never see it on the ladder. But it's honestly pretty decent for a deck that wants to deal damage every single turn with a lot of different outlets, not just creatures attacking. This actually gets triggered quite often, and the fact that it is a 2/2 menace for 2. Menace is a highly underrated keyword, by the by. I mean, there's so many instances where your opponent only has one available blocker, either because of the fact that you've removed all their others, or they just only left up one blocker. Menace is still going to get through for some damage. And these little bits of damage, like 1 damage here, 2 damage here, it adds up over time. And a lot of the times, your opponent's not going to be like, wait a minute, I'm at how much life left? Wait a second. And the fact that this thing puts +1/+1 counters on your other vampires, not just when it comes into play, but when other vampires come into play after damage has been dealt, I mean, it's crazy good. I mean, I'm honestly surprised I don't see it more often. But again, I don't see vampires as a tribe on ladder very often either. Next up, we have Braids, the Arisen Nightmare. The reason Braids is in here is just consequential, consistent pressure. Like, you don't even have to attack with Braids to close out the game. I mean, you sacrifice anything. You just sacrifice a blood token, and your opponent's most likely not going to have an artifact that they want to sacrifice to Braids, so they're going to take 2, and you're going to draw a card off of it. Voldaren Epicure and Blood Tithe Harvester both give you blood tokens on turns 1 and 2 as you're curving out into Braids on turn 3, giving you plenty of things to sacrifice. Also, because of the fact that this deck is very low to the ground, your highest mana cost is 4 in this deck. So you can almost safely throw away multiple lands to sacrifice in order to get the extra damage in and get the extra card flow going. Because a lot of the times your opponent's not going to want to sacrifice their lands. So she is not a vampire, but she's in here to fit a very specific purpose, and that's just consistent pressure. Like, even if you're not attacking, still ticking on that little bit of extra damage, turn over turn over turn, it really adds up. Bloody Betrayal. I've gotten a little bit of pushback on my choice on Bloody Betrayal, but you know what? I fucking love Bloody Betrayal, and I'm going to keep playing it because I love this card so much. It's like, it is the usual 3 mana threaten card, and it has upside, and that upside is giving you a blood token, which this deck uses very well. All the other threaten effects usually come at like a higher cost that have like a different benefit. Like, most of them are like 4 or more mana to utilize. But this one is the only one that I've been able to find that is only 3 mana. And gives you the upside. So, and one of the reasons why you want to play this card is because this deck is fairly aggressive. I mean, it's not like balls out aggressive, but it is fairly aggressive, and you're putting on consistent pressure throughout the game. And a lot of the times, you don't even need to sacrifice the target that you're taking from your opponent, because typically when you play Bloody Betrayal, you are seeking to end the game right now. So taking away their one key blocker and hitting them over the face with it is great. But however, other sides to it too. It's like, if you are not finishing the game this turn and you have a sacrifice outlet, like say like Braids or Ob Nixilis or Anjay, you steal whatever they're going to take. And here's the great part about that is Braids' effect happens at the beginning of the end step, not the end of the end step. So that means you can take whatever your opponent has to block with, hit them over the head with it, and then sacrifice it to Braids before the end of turn effect triggers from Bloody Betrayal. So you see these words right here. At the beginning of your end step, and on Bloody Betrayal, it says, until end of turn. So at end of turn, that's the last thing you're going to be doing. So this effect goes off before this, and you can throw away your enemy's creature for added benefit. I love it. It's fantastic, and no one sees it coming. Next, we have Florian. Florian, the Voldaren Scion. This one was another like surprise card. Like, I've only ever seen this in like Jumpstart when I first started playing Arena, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. First Strike, highly underrated again. It is a vampire, so it will get benefits from Vampire Socialite. And oftentimes, I can get this down as a 4/4, which is pretty nice for only 3 mana. And again, it being kind of an off-meta choice, people don't really respect that block of text that you're about to see here. So listen to this. The beginning of your post-combat main phase, so after you attack, Look at the top X cards of your library, where X is the total amount of life your opponent's lost this turn. Exile one of those cards and put the rest in your bottom of your library in a random order. So they're not going to your graveyard, they're going to the bottom of your library. You may play the exiled card this turn. So like, even if you like hit for like 1 or 2 and like you see like an extra land drop in those top couple cards, you can play an extra land. Or play your land for turn in case your hand was light on lands and you didn't happen to have an extra land for it this turn. Or dig up another creature to play. Because like this only being a 3 mana card means a lot of times you'll untap with this on the next turn and have your 4th land drop, which is going to give you access to Anjay, access to Sheoldred, or removal, or whatever. So like whatever this card's going to dredge up for you, in most cases is going to be very beneficial. Very seldomly is Florian's effect not going to be beneficial for you. So I'm running 3 of Florian, because I don't want to run 4, because 4 is, in my opinion, just a little too much for a legendary. I think the sweet spot for legendary is 3, so that you have a high consistency of drawing it without overdrawing too many copies of the same card. Next up, we have Bobby Nix, the adversary. I call him Bobby Nix. This is, first up, another sacrifice outlet for Bloody Betrayal. And secondly, is a consistent source of direct face damage. Because a lot of the times when you are +1ing his ability, your opponent's not likely going to want to throw away cards to appease that damage clause. So again, like Obnixilis, Braids, Sheoldred, Anjay sacrifice ability, like all of these are just ways to hit your opponent in the face for 2. Just over and over and over and over. And like these little ticks, tick, 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 it just adds up over the course of a game and just ends up blowing your opponent up because they weren't paying close enough attention to how much life they were losing just through incidental effects. So again, we're almost never going to be using the ultimate effect. That's not what this card is here for. This card is here literally to steal an opposing creature, sacrifice to Bobby, hit your opponent for 2, or even like sacrificing your own creatures early in the game just to get the casualty of 2 Bobby Nixes. The Devil token comes in handy very often because it allows you to kind of stabilize and get your own life total back. And when a Devil dies, it deals 1 damage to any target, including Planeswalkers, by the way. It's like it's pretty damn good. I mean, I'm only running 2 of them because this is not an Obnixilis deck. It does not hinge on getting this card. But this card is a decent role player in this deck. So I wanted at least 2 of them. Okay, so next up, we're playing black, we're playing Sheoldred. I mean, it's as simple as that. I mean, she does fit the shock damage theme of this deck very well. And I'm running 3 of them because, again, 4 is too many. But seriously, if you're playing black in this current standard, you're playing Sheoldred. I mean, it's just as simple as that. She's too good not to be playing. And here, Anjay, Maid of Dishonor. This is the card that I built this entire deck around. And the whole reason I built this deck is, funnily enough, is because I saw Anjay in my collection, and I'm like, I've never seen this card physically played. I'm going to build a deck around this. So I started reading the card, and okay, so she's a legendary vampire tribal kind of support character. 4 mana for a 4/5. It's exact same stats as Sheoldred, and Sheoldred sees tons of play. Whenever Anjay, Maid of Dishonor, and or 1 or more other vampires enter the battlefield under your control, create a blood token. This ability triggers only once each turn. So more blood tokens, more blood tokens. You got so many ways to generate blood tokens in this deck. But her activated ability is 2 and sacrifice another creature or blood token. Each opponent loses 2 life and gain 2 life. Now, here's the important part of that whole sentence, is creature or blood token. Let's say you don't have a blood token, but you have Bloody Betrayal. You see where I'm going with here. Take Bloody Betrayal, take their key blocker, hit them over the head with it, and then at the end of the turn, Anjay. Sacrifice to Anjay, steal an additional 2 life from your opponent, and rob your enemy of having that creature come back to their side of the board. So, Bloody Betrayal how many ways to get maximum benefit out of this. You got 3 Braids, you got 2 Obnixilis, you've got 2 Anjay. That's 3 different sources of ways to just eat the enemy character for benefit. I mean, that's kind of just how this deck is put together. It's, like I said, it's not like the fastest deck. I mean, but it is fairly fast. It's pretty aggressive. It's got a lot of different synergies, a lot of different cool like sacrifice effects and whatnot. Let's go over the land base real quick. So mana base, you got 6 swamps, 1 Takenuma, 5 mountain, 1 Sokenzon. We got 4 Haunted Ridge, 4 Sulphurous Springs, 2 Xander's Lounge, 1 Plaza of Heroes, and 1 Voldaren Estate. And the Voldaren Estate is going to be generating mana for us throughout pretty much most of the game because almost all of our creatures are vampires, with the only exception being Braids and Sheoldred. They are not vampires. Plaza of Heroes. Add 1 mana of any color, spend this mana only to cast a legendary spell. There are plenty of legendaries for this to target. So you have 3 Braids, 3 Florian. Actually, is that legendary creature? Oh no, legendary spell. So Obnixilis is a legendary spell, so that fits the bill as well. You also have Anjay and Sheoldred. So plenty of legendaries to get use out of Plaza of Heroes. And of course, the last effect is Exile Plaza of Heroes. Target legendary creature gains hexproof and indestructible, so you can save a creature from getting destroyed. I'm only running 1 of them because I think that's all you really need. I mean, you don't want to clog up your deck with too many copies of this card in case of like getting screwed on colors. You don't want that. As far as like the double lands, we're running 4 Haunted Ridge, 4 Sulphur Springs, and 2 copies of Xander's Lounge, just to make sure that we kind of hit our mana as consistently as possible. So yeah, that's pretty much it right there. That's what we're running with. It's a pretty fun deck. I've been having a lot of fun with it on ladder the last few days. So I'm gonna take it out for a spin, play a few games, and we'll see how we do. We're done. We're gonna go back this way, hit play, and we're gonna play some standard ranked. I believe we are in Diamond at the moment. So let's play some games. That's good. Okay, so what we're looking at here, we got 3 lands, a Harvester, some removal, 2 copies of Sheoldred. I think we'll keep it. It looks pretty decent. Hit him with the hello. Okay, so let's see here. Plaza of Heroes is not going to cast Blood Tithe Harvester for us, so what we want is Xander's Lounge this turn and Sulphur Springs next turn. Okay, so Sulphur Springs, play the Harvester, paying 1 life for the Sulphur Springs trigger. Okay, so now we have this and this. Plaza of Heroes is going to cast Braids for us next turn because it was going to give us that mana for legendary. So let's play Plaza. Now, he does have access to blue mana, so I can be afraid of a counterspell this turn. Let's see if he does anything about this. Okay, cool. So he did cast that. So that's going to close off his blue mana, so I feel safe to cast Braids. End of turn, we are going to sacrifice the blood token, hit you for 2, and draw a card off that. Perfect. And let's see what he does with his turn. So far, it looks like he's just playing white-black. I haven't seen anything else come out yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to swing and see what he does with his mana. Okay. I don't feel comfortable tapping out when he has blue mana active. So we're going to bring out the Voldaren Epicure, get some extra damage in, and the turn, sacrifice the blood token. Hit you for 2, draw a card. Perfect. Alright, pass, and that leaves our removal mana open. So if he taps out to play anything this turn, Okay, so he definitely is playing Esper because he's got another land that produces blue. So this wasn't just a bait card over here. All right, my turn. All right, let's go with the Voldaren Estate. He's got 4 mana open right now, so he probably has the Emperor in his hand. So I don't want to attack with Braids. It's typically when a white control player is showing you 4 mana like that, it usually only means one thing. All right, let's play Vampire Socialite. Does he let it happen? He's thinking. You want a Vortex, huh? Let's see. Does this give Hexproof? It does give Hexproof. But I don't have enough mana to activate it, though. So, you know what? I am okay with that. So, let's see here. Yeah, resolve. That's going to give an extra +1/+1 counter there. And we will end the turn. Alright, pass. What you got for me? Nothing? Yeah, that's what I thought. Let's see here. Let's just swing in. See what he does. Yeah, I had a feeling that it was coming. Okay, well that's fine then, because that leaves him open, or open for me to cast Shielder without me having to worry about it being countered. So that's fine. Alright, gain 2. Now you lose 2. So now we cast Shieldred. I have an option to kill my Shieldred before you draw. Okay, that works. And that keeps you tapped out for the turn too, which is great. Ooh. Ah, shoot. I'm off by 1 mana. That's fine. Let's see. Let's go ahead and attack. See you block. Good job. Let's go ahead and drop a Shieldred and see what you do. All right. So that draw just happened. Looks like he did not have a response. Okay. I see nothing going on here, so let's go ahead and play Hungry for More. Show me what you got. Wow, you've been stuck on 4 land this entire time. That sucks. Let's see. Okay, yeah, sure. It gets countered. Resolve. And then we'll swing in for 7. Boom. I guess he really didn't have much else that he could have done in that situation. I was honestly more afraid of a second Emperor. Hey, is what it is, right? Let's see here. Nice, nice. Okay, so let's go ahead. And we're going to play another round. Very good. Okay, actually, I want to double check something real quick. Okay, cool. Just want to make sure that we were still in the right scene. Okay. All right. So it's got 4 lands. That's a little heavy for my liking, but it's got a good curve out. We can go Blood Tithe into Braids. Get the Braids trigger. We got Bloody Betrayal. And Bloody Betrayal, we can sacrifice to Braids. We'll check it out. We'll see what happens. Alright, so looks like I go first. So let's go ahead and play Sulphur Springs first. Alright, black. Ooh, okay. Alright, well, you'd get my Bloody Betrayal. Alright. Swamp. Blood Tithe, auto pay. Okay, so if this is removal tribal black like it usually is, then I might be in trouble, but we shall see. Yep, so far it's removal tribal. Go to end of turn, hit him with this. Alright, Bobby's here. That's good. Liliana, no! Okay. Let's go with this. We'll go with the Voldaren Epicure. Hit. Go with Bobby Nix. Casualty. Submit one. Okay. We will -2 this one to get the devil. And we will +1 to make discard. Or they can just take damage. That's cool too. It sure is. Oh, it's the heavy. Discard a card? Okay. Sure. I'll discard that. I got no issues there. Let's see here. Alright, let's go +1. And +1. Okay. Play another Voldaren Epicure. Let's see. It's not modified because I don't have any legendaries. Or not legendary creatures, at least. Alright, and no attacks. End turn. Yeah, see, the deck does put on pretty decent pressure. I mean, he's already down to 10 health. Alright, resolve. Whiff. Now, if I were you, I would make me sacrifice a creature. There you go. Okay. Resolve. We'll sacrifice this to deal 1 damage there. Now, are you going to attack? Oh, resolve. Okay, alright, we sacrifice a creature. We will take action. You can draw that card. Okay. What is in my graveyard anyways? Braids is in the yard. You know, I think we are just going to go like this. And cycle our way to a better card. Okay, that works. Okay, let's see here. We'll go -2, +1. And we will go Braids. Sacrifice this. Takes 2. Deal 1 right here. Boom. Good devil. Maybe not. But here's the wonderful thing is, I don't need to attack. Take action. Enjoy your card. Alright. We'll play Florian. And we'll go +1. Nice. +1. There we go. And now I get to take a look at 2 cards in my post-combat phase. No attacks. Alright, which card do I want? Ooh, I want Bloody Betrayal, absolutely. Which one do I want? Let's actually take that one. Alright, and a turn. Sacrifice that. Ooh. And goes to 1. Oh, I love it when the deck works. That's why we play freaking Bloody Betrayal. Because it's fun. Oh, we get a card. Oh, an Old Rutstein. I actually needed another one of those. Nice. Thank you, game. Alright, let's play again. I really enjoy this deck. I mean, it's off meta. No one else is playing it. I got a bunch of weird surprise cards that I can just throw at people. It's fun. Ooh, that's a cool avatar. Okay, so we got 3 lands here. We got Sheldred, Anjay, Socialite, Voldaren Epicure. It's a decent curve. Yeah, 1, 2, 4, 4, 3 lands. I'll keep it. Hopefully we don't get stuck on 3 lands. That would suck. Okay, let's see here. Let's go ahead and play that so we can get the Epicure out on turn 1. Autopay. Hit you for 1, get my token. Okay. +1/+1 on the Evolved Sleeper. Oh, no. A Banksy. I'm honestly very surprised with that. So, okay, we'll take that. I'm going to attack. He's likely not going to block. Perfect. Alright, Vampire comes in. Adds a counter to my other guy. Very cool. Alright, 3 mana. What are you going to do? Are you going to draw a card? Try to swing in with the Evolved Sleeper. Oh, Concealing Curtain. Okay, nice. Okay. Well, this makes me wish I had played my land in a different order, but that is quite alright. Let's see. And we will attack. I'm assuming you're going to either kill one of my guys or level your Evolved Sleeper. No, just block like that, huh? Okay, cool. Okay, that works too. You are taking 2 damage either way. End turn. Alright, so I'm going to wait for him to change his Concealing Curtain, and then I'm going to go for the third. Oh, maybe not. Sure, I'll sacrifice a creature.
One of your friends has to leave.
Do I want to go for the third now? That's a tough one. I'll take my turn. Sacrifice blood token. Is he gonna sacrifice his fucking Buster? If he sacrificed the Buster, I will be surprised. Okay, good. Because he really should not be doing that. Alright, I'm expecting Sheldred to drop right now. Okay. He's using the curtains. Which threat would you like? You do have plenty of options there, my friend. He's thinking pretty hard. Do I take the one removal, or do I take one of like the many things that will kill me? I'm sure he was not expecting to see that hand. Okay, so it takes the one removal. Smart boy. Let's play discards a card. Okay. Let's discard the Vampire Socialite. Alright, well, let's play the land. And play the Harvester. Create blood token. And the turn. I'm not attacking. We'll sacrifice the blood token. Put him in a sticky little pickle there. All right, cool. Takes the damage. That is what we like to see. We like to see you taking damage. I'm expecting a land drop and then an invoke, but I guess he's not there. He might be there if he would actually spend some time drawing cards. Alright, sure. Discard that swamp. I only need 4 land. You are discarding threats, sir. Or ma'am, I don't know who you are. Let's see here. Alright, yeah. Give me that. Ooh, you should have activated. Alright. So, next. You go there. Do you have removal in your hand? You do know this has menace, right? Alright, he's crewing. And he still can't block. The menace is going to come through. He probably didn't realize that. Okay, now watch this cool thing. So we're going to end the turn. Yeah, oops is right. We're going to sacrifice your revealing eye. Boom. Hit it. End turn. Yeah, he probably didn't realize the menace was there, which is funny because that was his own card that he got hit by. All right, you got a Gixie boy. I'm down for it. Sure. Pass. Mm-hmm. Pass. Block that. I don't give a damn about the other one. Pass. Resolve. Draw your card. Lose a life. My man. Alright, my turn. Let's see here. Let's go with... We'll go with the Shieldred that you've seen. Take it for 3. Put you to 6. Toss that. Is he finally going to toss the Bank Buster? No. Okay, cool. I mean, I'm into it. Trust me, I'm into it. Now you can't activate that. You can't activate Gix. If you have Invoke, you can't cast it, otherwise you die. Where's all of your removal, man? Cool. Alright. Am I up? Okay, we got a land. And we got an Anjay. We play Anjay and still have mana up for cut down. In the case that that's actually useful. But here, I think we win next turn anyways. Yeah, attacking's not going to do me any good right now. So we're going to play Anjay. Get the blood token. Sacrifice the blood token to Braids. Make him sacrifice his Bank Buster. No attacks. End turn. Alright, Braids sacrifice the blood token. You have to sacrifice that Buster, otherwise you're dead. Good man. Alright, you lose 2 life. Okay. You still lose life. Alright. Play another Sheldred. There we go. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Oh, hey! I got a rank up for that. Nice. Rank up. Okay, cool. So we played 3 games. And I think that is where we're going to stick it for now. Because I just don't have a whole lot of time to keep playing all night. But let's take another look at the deck real quick and see if there's anything we would change. So, hey, Reddy, how you doing? Okay, so cards that performed well versus cards that did not perform well. I personally think like the weakest card in the deck is probably Vampire Socialite, but it's still pretty decent and good enough to enable like the other cards in the deck. I think I'm saying that because we just didn't really see it showcased very well today. So, cut down, Voldaren Epicure, go for the throat. And also, like the curve is good. I mean, I don't need a whole lot of 1-drops, so like the 4 Voldaren Epicure is pretty good. Hungry for More, great against control. Bloody Betrayal was definitely on display today. That was a lot of fun. Let's see. Braids, Florian. Florian's fantastic. I love Florian. I think we could probably trim 1 copy of Florian for something else somewhere else. But honestly, it's like the way the deck operates, just like having a consistent line of pressure, turn over turns. Like, honestly, I don't think I would change the deck. I mean, I think it's pretty solid where it is. You got plenty of sacrifice outlets for your Bloody Betrayals. You're dealing minimum of 2 damage every single turn through all these different damage sources. And it's got solid removal. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm personally going to keep playing this deck and see how far it takes me in the ladder this month. I mean, still got a decent amount of time left this month to try and climb ranks. So, yeah. I guess if you see me on the ladder, enjoy some vampires and watch out for Bloody Betrayal. The card is legit. So, yeah, let's go ahead and I'm going to pop it on over to Big Head mode. So, yeah. We had quite a bit of fun today. I enjoyed doing a lengthy deck tech. I think longer deck techs are honestly kind of a good thing and not something a lot of people like to do. They kind of like to just get into the meat and potatoes of the gameplay. But I like actually talking through my thought process when building a deck. And I'm always building new decks. It's why I play card games. But anyways, that was our 3 games for the day. I hope you enjoyed watching them. I enjoyed playing them. That was fun. So, yeah, I think we'll just call it here. All right. Later.